Hi, love bugs. So today I'm coming to do I don't know if it's considered a reply, but I know it's a tag. Um, Shekiarenea is Shekiarenea on the Team Natural Facebook. She put a video and she asked, all naturals who have passed the TWA or Teeny Weeny Afro stage to make a video, answering particular questions just to help give motivation to people who have newly transitioned or have newly BC'd, just to give you ideas of some of the things that we've went through and our views on it and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it. So the first question is, why did you decide to go natural and when did you BC? My last perm was on June 30th, 2010. I decided 2 weeks after that, I believe, to go natural. So that was my last perm, and I big chopped on August 19th. So it was a little over a month and a half, like a week over, not even a week, 4 days over a month and a half that I transitioned, and it was just there were several reasons that I decided to go natural. But the main reason was self-esteem issue. Not that I had low self-esteem, but I felt like I wasn't being true to myself. It felt like there was something lacking in that area because I had wanted to go natural a year before, and I was afraid to. So, um, over that next year, it was kind of a tug where I wanted to go natural. Lizzie, I'm making a video, sweetie. I wanted to go natural, but I was afraid, and then that was making me feel like, well, why are you ashamed? Don't be ashamed. So it was kind of like a tug for me, and eventually I went with my gut and went natural and have not looked back since. Even on my crazy hair days, I never think of getting a perm. Okay, and the next question is, were you afraid of how people would react? No, but I did have my defenses up where I was ready to snap off on someone if they did. The one person I thought I would have a words what was my sister, because she's one of those people who seems to kind of hide behind her hair, or she thinks there's beauty in her hair, and I've never been that way. Um, I've always cut my hair every 2 years into some sort of short hairstyle, because as soon as it gets to my shoulders, I don't like wet hair slapping down on my shoulders. So that was just not an issue for me to have it long or to depend on my hair for my beauty or whatever. Um, and then I remember when I told my mom and my sister in July that I was going natural, and I remember my mom was like, no, no. And I remember my sister was like, no. And it was just like, Jesus, especially when my mom said it, I was just like, wow, like, you think your child's hair is horrible? Like, that's the vibe I got from it. But my mom loves my hair now. Since I big chopped, since a month after I big chopped and she saw my hair as it grew, she always gives me compliments on my hair. She's always talking about my hair. So, um, you know, she sees that it's not as bad as I think she thought it was, or she remembered it being. But I'm sure the things that I'm using on my hair now isn't what she was using back in the day, because back in the day they were still using petroleum and all that other stuff that was really drying our hair out. So I'm sure back in the day it might have been something to tussle with, but now I work with it fine. And I was dating a guy at the time, and the thing is that we'd only been dating like 5 months at the time. And I'd already decided if he had an issue with my hair that I was going to dump him. It wasn't like, oh, that wasn't an issue for me, like worrying about what he was going to really think of it, because I knew I wasn't going to be with him forever. So it wouldn't have been anything for me to break up with them. Breaking up has never been a problem for me. I love them and leave them, you know. um, but so that was never an issue for me. Um, and I wasn't worried. You know, I heard some girls thinking that they, you know, they weren't going to be as attractive and worried about things like that. And for me, that wasn't an issue. I knew, like, say if, you know, if let's say 50 and 100 guys found me attractive, and I, you know, I would assume that when I cut my hair off, it might dwindle down to 25 and 100. But you know what? Like, I didn't care if it dwindled the numbers down of guys who found me attractive, because if a guy really only saw me for my hair, I didn't need to be with them, because there's so much more to me. You know, I'm funny. I like playing video games. I got a dirty mind. I'm a jokester. You know, I'm just a really great catch. Toot toot, toot my own horn. But honestly, that's how I feel about myself. So if a guy was going to have a problem with it, there's more fish in the sea. You know, it wasn't a thing for me. So that wasn't never an issue or a worry of mine. Once I cut it, I think when I first, like in 2009, when I was thinking about it, I think I was a little worried then, like, wow, like, you know, how are people going to look at me? But after I decided to go natural, and once I had it in my head, you know what, I'm going natural, at that point, I didn't care. So, yeah. What was the hardest part about having a TWA? For me, there wasn't a hard part in having a TWA. I think I would have had a harder time if I had transitioned, because, you know, hair strands, excuse me, are fine, medium, and coarse. And I think I have medium and coarse. There's medium parts in there and there's coarse parts in there. And I think my coarse hair would have really been a struggle for me. So that, I think that would have been harder for me than having a TWA. The TWA for me was, it was awesome. I loved the convenience of being able to jump in the shower, get out, layer my products, and be done with my hair in 5 minutes, and it'd be looking cute. You know, and what I did was I've always liked to do my eye makeup. That's the makeup that I concentrate more. I don't like wearing foundation. I wear lipstick sometimes. Usually I just do a lip gloss, but my eyes are really what I've always concentrated on. So I would do my eye makeup, and then I got into earrings, and I hadn't worn earrings since probably about 2003. I hadn't really been wearing earrings. I'd wear them every so often. That was just to make sure that the holes in my ear didn't close up. So the TWA was very easy for me. I would wear flowers in my hair to dress them up sometimes, but I didn't have a hard time with the TWA. Okay, how long did it take your hair to get to a comfortable styling length? Those varied as my hair went on. I was able to corn roll the front of my hair by, I think I was able to corn roll all of my hair by the end of December. I think I could do the first spot. What?
I can find my remote. See ya.
It's my baby. I'm not gonna be editing this, so sorry. But yeah, I could corn roll the front of it, I think, by the beginning of December, and then the back by the end of December. And I think it was all long enough, but right here is where my hair is really, really tight. So getting the good grip on it and making it a little neat was the part that took a little longer. But I could corn roll my hair by the end of December of 2010. And then after that, I was, you know, it wasn't long enough for me really to do twists. And if I did do twists, they set out like that because my hair was so short, so I looked like a sun. So the next phase, so back then I used to do my cornrows and my coils. I used to do coils and do coil outs then. And then after that, the next stage was getting to the point where my twist outs would look okay. So I had the cornrows, and then eventually my twist out started looking okay, but flat ironing looked a hot mess because my hair was at such a short length, you know, like here, you know, in the sides, like here, and it just, I have a big head, so to me it just didn't look right. But I could do my twist outs and everything. And then eventually, like, I feel like just recently, like in May of this year, the flat ironing started looking good. So then that was the easier part. And this is the first ponytail, like the first full ponytail that I've gotten since being natural. So now I got the ponytail. So it was like it was stages of hairstyling that I was comfortable with. So you know, I was always able to add something new as it got longer. You know, so I think now I'm at the stage where all my hairstyles are, I'm comfortable with the length now. Like I'm comfortable, this is a good length for cornrows, good length for my twist outs, good length for flat ironing, good length for ponytails. Okay, you know, like that. So, the next question is, would you say that your decision to BC helped transform you inside as well as out? Yes, it did. It gave me more confidence, more self-assurance with myself. It makes me feel more beautiful. Like even like when I had like just take my ponytail for instance, when I was relaxed, even when I had a ponytail, I never liked it because I always felt like I liked big ponytails. And so with this ponytail, I feel better with this ponytail. It just feels more me. You know, I feel more confidence with myself when I get all dressed up and I look good. Then I feel like I really look good because this is all me. You know, I didn't, you know, flat iron my hair or whatever. Like this is me. Big hair, big beautiful hair, my brown skin, like just comfortable with myself, and it's a really good feeling. I have my days when my hair don't act right. She be acting a plump fool. But that's with everyone. Like everyone has bad hair days. And to me, like our hair has the most styling options. You know, people have tried to put our hair like in this bad category, you know, um, and no one else gets that rap. You know, like take, you know, some Asians have it where their hair, they only have really two styling options for their hair. They have straight because it's bone straight and don't really hold curls sometimes because the strands are so thick, or a ponytail. You know, they can do cornrows, but the cornrows don't um, they don't stay as long, and a lot of times they don't look as neat as ours would. Um, but we have so many styling options, and our styles can last for a long time. Like if you put cornrows in African American hair, and you keep your headscarf on at night, you can wear them that, you know, upwards of 2, 3, 4 weeks. Nobody else's hair can do that. Nobody else's hair can keep twists in for that long a time without looking crazy. Um, no one else can twist their hair up and fluff that stuff out with their fingers. No product needed, no mousse needed. Oh, it's fluffiness, you know, and then also wear it flat. Like there's so many styling options with natural hair. It is crazy. I haven't even taken pictures of all of my hairstyles on my um, Facebook. There is I have a collage of some of the hairstyles that I've taken pictures of. It's a lot, and it's not even of all the hairstyles because there was some that I did that I didn't take a picture of. I didn't always take pictures like, oh, I did a cute hairstyle. You know, not always. There was times that I did hairstyles and I just never took a picture in that time frame because I only leave my hairstyles in for a week. And that week, for some reason, I just never felt like taking a picture of myself. And it's just amazing, like all the different hairstyles we can do is awesome. Okay, and the last question is, what advice would you give to someone thinking about doing their big chop? I'm one of those people that I think there are two different scales of the big chop. There's the big chop, and then there's a transitioning big chop. Big chopping is to me, if you're the type of person who has been very adventurous with your hair over the time that you've been the one, maintaining your hair, meaning when your mother stopped doing it or your father stopped doing it or your grandmother stopped doing it, um, then I think you'll be more likely to be comfortable with your big chop. If you're the type of person who's always had your hair long, is afraid of what your head might look like, or what people may say or look at you and think, then I would say transition. I don't judge, but some people do still have an issue. Sometimes it takes a while for that esteem and comfortability to build up. Don't expect because she's comfortable with her big chop that you're going to be comfortable with your big chop. You might not. And I've watched videos where I've seen girls who have gotten depressed because, their family was just not supporting them in their decision. They've already cut their hair. Their family's not supporting them. Their husbands aren't giving them a second look. And, and it's made them depressed. So sometimes it takes a while to get there. So really decide which area you're in, because once you cut it, it's off, it's gone until it grows back out, which will take some time. Just make sure which one you're comfortable with, and don't let someone pressure you into feeling like you need to big chop it off, because when you're transitioning, that's cheating. I've heard people say that, like, oh, you said you've been natural for a month and your hair is down to here. Yeah, she transitioned for 6 months, 16 months or whatever. So she had 16 months of growth before she big chopped. And then they're like, oh, you weren't completely honest. I saw that on Fusion of Cultures. You know, someone had said that to her when she had a video of being 1 month natural and she had transitioned for 2 years. So just make sure that you know your strength level in it, and decide if you want to big chop or if you want to transition big chop. So that's my thoughts on that. Don't give up. Stay focused. Realize that everyone has their good hair days and their bad hair days. Don't compare your hair to someone else or feel bad about your hair because it doesn't look like this person's hair. You have to take what you have and rock with it. Try different styles, because you'll find out the styles that you really like and that really look good on you. Like, to me, I look really good when I have my sides corn rolled, and then I do like a twist out here, or I've did big with the curling iron. I've curled and had big curls here. I did it with the coils. To me, that's one of the hairstyles that really look good on me. I love cornrows, but I think I got a big forehead, so my cornrows I don't always. When I wear cornrows, luckily I do have that I don't care what nobody thinks attitude, because sometimes I look at myself and I'm just like, Jesus, like, whew, my forehead is busting out. But yeah, don't compare yourself to someone else, because sometimes that'll make you feel bad about your hair. Like, oh man, like her hair looks so good and she's got a lot of curl definition, and I don't have that much curl definition. You just gotta rock with what you have. Learn your hair, learn what styles complement you, and work with it. Okay, so thank you guys for watching my video. I rambled on. It's been 18 minutes. It feels like it's only been 5 minutes. I love to talk. So, you love bugs. Have a great day. It's nighttime here. It's Tuesday night. But enjoy the rest of your day and tomorrow and on and on and on. And don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe.